Jacob, where have you been the last 2 to 3 weeks? Okay. That's a fair question. But in my defense, I have a reason, okay? Okay, for example, first off, I was spending time with my family in the great state of Michigan. And also, it was opening week at my other job. So I was working a lot there. I mean, I'm a busy guy, okay? I have a lot of different things that I'm working on and a lot of people that I need to engage with. And pay off student loans and all that stuff. And hey, so just get off my back, okay? Wait, what? Huh? Oh, no, Henry, stop, take off the...
My cooldowns are so bad.
Okay, yes, I was maybe playing a lot of Heroes of the Storm as well, okay? And it's one of my guilty pleasures, okay? And so yes, I've been spending some time playing that. But you know what? No. I won't apologize for playing this masterpiece instead of producing a video. Instead, guess what? This week you're gonna get a video of why I think Heroes of the Storm is one of the funnest MOBAs to play on the internet. In my opinion, of course. Heroes of the Storm, if you haven't heard about it before, is a massive online battle arena produced by Blizzard Entertainment. It features playable heroes from across their multiverse of games like World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Overwatch, Diablo, and features a couple of custom heroes from the actual Heroes of the Storm universe. Thank God they didn't add any Call of Duty characters though when Activision bought them. I don't know what I would do with myself. The nice thing about Heroes of the Storm is that even though I have never played World of Warcraft or Diablo, I can still enjoy the characters and jump into the game without the need for a ton of background information. Though secretly, with the new Diablo release, I'm kinda, maybe I should try it. As far as your mainstream MOBAs go though, Heroes of the Storm is not your average massive online battle arena kind of game. There are quite a few differences in how the game operates and the mechanics that Blizzard chose to focus on than, let's say, League of Legends or Dota 2. The premise for the game is still the same. Teams of 5 face off on a laned map with jungle area in between the lanes and are fighting to destroy the other team's core. There's still minion waves, towers, jungle camps, all your basic MOBA aesthetics and mechanics. They're just some minor mechanical changes. Some flares, if you will. That's a lie. There are actually quite a few massive changes now that I think about it, especially if you play League of Legends or, I guess any other MOBA for that matter. Okay, are you gonna play Abathur?
I can be whoever you want me to be.
Oh!
As long as it's a StarCraft character.
Okay, the first thing to recognize is that Heroes of the Storm differs in how it organizes its heroes. There are 6 different classes of heroes, each with their own specialties and focuses. The first class is Tank. Tank heroes usually fall into 2 different categories. Tank classes either have a lot of health, which allows them to eat a lot of damage, or they fall into a category that I like to call survivability. This means that they either have high amounts of armor, or they have abilities that will be able to restore the health they lost. A good example of the character that has good survivability is May, who I have recently been playing a lot of.
The sun is coming.
Oh, it's coming. Oh my gosh.
I live.
May is able to use her cryostasis ability in order to freeze her in place for a channeled amount of time, but then increase her health regen during that channel. Channel, by the way, is just a fancy word for saying a set amount of time that you have to use your ability so that it can get the full effect or get into effect. The second type of character on this list is the Bruiser class.
Oh, that's
My-
Murden. Oh yeah, because Murden can
Wait,
just
watch
jump
this.
out. Oh no, he can't! No, he can't jump out because you can swap him.
I bring him back.
No,
Sorry, I just spread that.
There we go. Okay, you're good.
In my defense, I'm blaming the person who walked next to me. It's not my fault. I
That's a good
refuse to
defense.
take accountability.
Bruisers are basically like tanks that aren't as tanky, but they don't quite deal enough damage to be considered DPS. A lot of the times, these characters usually end up being what is called the offlaner. If you're new to MOBAs in general, the offlaner is someone who usually is by themselves and is playing in the lane that the rest of the team is not in. In Heroes, what this looks like is usually at the beginning, everybody will go down the middle lane, and the Bruiser will go to the off lane or either the top and bottom lane. Then they'll usually rotate and come back to the middle, or maybe they'll go to the bottom, or just anywhere that they need to grind for XP or that they're needed in a team fight. That being said, for a lot of these characters, there's a lot of room for flexibility in which direction they head.
Come on, die. Yes, good one.
side. Most bruisers will have the option to focus more on damage or on survivability. This allows you to choose what's best for your playstyle and what's going to help your team the most. I don't play a whole lot of bruisers, but I do really like Zol because he offers a lot of beefy damage, but also has the utility to focus on pushing lanes rather than just solely team fights. Our third type of hero is called the support. Characters that fall into the support category are characters that have a lot of utility that is outside the normal abilities that characters have.
Healer's there. Healer's there. Oh, no.
Why are you going, man?
Why am I
can't
going?
help you if you're not in.
I'm trying, but my cooldowns are so bad. You have no idea.
For example, one of these characters is called Abathur. Abathur is a character from StarCraft, and in Heroes, he focuses heavily on being able to lane push. Abathur also has an ability called Symbiote, or, as we in the community lovingly refer to it as, the Abathur hat. This ability allows Abathur to be in a team fight even if his body is halfway across the map. He has a low amount of HP, he can spawn little minions that will run down the lane passively. He just doesn't really function like every other hero within the game, and therefore, because of this, is in the support category. The support category, though, shouldn't be confused with the healer category, which is hopefully fairly self-explanatory. These are characters that are able to heal a lot of damage or negate incoming damage from the other team. Our last two classes are ranged and melee assassins. These heroes make up the bulk of the roster in the game, and as you might guess, have the potential to do the most amount of damage. I say potential because the human element is always a factor in this game, and depending on how you build the characters, will greatly increase or decrease the amount of damage that hero does. These characters are also some of the squishiest characters. A few of the assassin characters are also heroes that used to focus heavily on utility, and a lot of that has migrated over to their playstyle now. These are characters like Murky, Probius, Agara, just to name a few. These are definitely your heavy hitters, and let me tell you, they are infuriating sometimes. Valera is probably one of the most annoying up there. Well, okay, no. Actually, I might say Nazeebo, because Nazeebo does a lot of burst damage that turns into, like, overtime damage. Well, yeah, but Kael'thas, there's a lot of them that are just awful. And if you ever are in a ranked match, I suggest banning Kael'thas, unless you have a good way of counteracting him, because I'm not a fan, personally.
The sun is back! I just lived! No! Oh my god! Anduin pulled me away from the sun, and then I died in his arms.
The second thing that sets Heroes of the Storm apart is its map system. While other MOBAs usually have a main map and maybe one lane map for their ARAM game mode, Heroes has 15 current battlegrounds in rotation. These maps range from 2-lane to 3-lane maps with different boss camps, objectives, and regular jungle camps. We'll talk about the boss and jungle camps a little later. Each of these 15 battlegrounds has different objectives associated with them. These can range from capturing a point, payload, or even turning in collected items. For example, Blackheart's Bay has you running around collecting coins. These coins can be turned into Blackheart himself, and he will shoot a volley of cannonballs at your opponent's structures. Speaking of structures, the map has several different structures. First is the core, which is on either side of the map right next to your team's spawn, like most MOBAs. The next tower closest to the core on each lane is called the Keep, and it is guarded by 2 towers and a gate that cannot be passed by the opponent. The towers that face off near the middle of the map on each of the lanes are called forts, and they are also guarded by towers and a gate. Just like other MOBAs, Heroes also has minion waves that will come down each lane until they meet at the middle where they fight. Whichever one's able to kill the other wave continues on. The difference being, once you destroy an enemy fort, every other minion wave that spawns on that lane will have a catapult minion that does more damage to structures and stays just out of range of the towers. Once you destroy a keep though, every minion wave in that lane will have a catapult. The map also has things called jungle camps, or camps for short. Jungle camps are nothing new to the MOBA genre, but these camps work a little differently depending on the map and type of camp you're capturing. The basic 3 camps are bruiser camps, siege camps, and boss camps. Bruiser camps are really powerful minions that push lanes and easily dispatch regular minions.
The calmest, most well put together person I think anyone in this world has ever met.
Who is this?
Me?
You?
Oh, okay.
Ah, yes.
So is the opposite day or something?
That's what I was
Oh
wondering.
my god. I can't have this economy.
Well, with Blackheart Bane, I'm not giving you any of my coins. So...
Siege camps, on the other hand, are like catapults on steroids. And then boss camps are massive creatures that when you capture them will go down the lane they are nearest to and wreak havoc upon those minions and towers. They're super powerful and really tanky, and they increasingly get more difficult the longer you play the game. There are other camp types that exist depending on the map you're playing, but I don't have the time to go through each and every map with its camp variants. Just understand that camps are super important when playing Heroes of the Storm, and you should definitely focus them depending on the map. That's the basics of maps. This is a really awesome aspect of Heroes of the Storm that allows for quite a bit of replayability and also challenges you to learn each map and what works best on those maps. In your normal MOBAs like League of Legends or Dota 2 or even Smite, usually you can progress your characters in two ways. One is by collecting XP to unlock your skills, and the other is by buying items to boost your stats. Heroes of the Storm takes a slightly different approach that I really love. First off, it utilizes shared XP for an overall master team level rather than individualized XP for individualized levels. By doing this, Heroes focuses more on the necessity of working together as a team, since all of the XP contribution goes straight to the team level.
I tell you, I was definitely in a situation over there that I should not have been.
Yeah, that's the situation I started.
Oh, cool. All right.
I left it though.
Oh my gosh, we're so close!
It's okay, I got it.
Oh my gosh. Not sure how we did not die there, but I'll take it.
You also start with all of your skills unlocked, aside from the ultimate, which you can unlock at level 10. This begs the question, what are levels used for?
Wait,
Is
is NSYNC
If
the
you're about to tell me you don't know what the NSYNC
You don't know
song
the
is,
NSYNC song?
Oh my god.
are they
Jacob,
is that the
It's a
K-pop
meme,
people?
No, oh
Oh my god.
Well, that's a great question. At levels 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, and 20, you get a set number of options for talents that you can take. You select a talent that can boost one of your abilities, giving them an additional ability, or provide you with a passive. This replaces the need for items and increases the replayability of heroes, where you can try different combinations of talents that fit your playstyle. I find it also helps limit my options so I don't feel overwhelmed like I usually do playing League of Legends or Dota 2. These talents are also character specific, and you have the ability to favorite certain talents in order to make your own custom builds. In all reality, this is the most enjoyable MOBA for me personally. That being said, I have my own complaints here and there. But that's kinda surrounding the community, if I'm honest. Listen, I've had some incredible interactions with people in text chat that have made me enjoy and feel good about being a part of this community. That being said, I suggest if you're going to play, stay out of general chat and maybe turn off team chat and voice chat for a while, at least until you've played the game a bit more. I don't understand what happens entirely, but since people on the internet can't see the other people they're playing with, that somehow gives them the permission to be mean. And I don't totally understand it or agree with it, but that's why it's better to just deal with the incessant pinging rather than the really hurtful words. Oh, and if you are one of those players that tell new players, or anyone for that matter, to just uninstall their game or go back to playing in AI matches, 1, chill out. It's just quick match. And 2, how are we supposed to revitalize an incredible game with you telling people to uninstall? Let's just be a nice and caring community for once. That being said, the game itself is incredible, and if you're looking for an amazing community to game with, we are trying to build up an incredible Patreon community over at my Patreon page, where $1 a month you can get access to a private Discord server. Feel free to hop over there and check it out. And if you want to see more content like this, maybe consider leaving a like and subscribing. It would really help me know that you're enjoying the content. There are also some other flaws that I have when it comes to Heroes of the Storm, and one of these flaws is definitely Kael'thas. If they deleted that man and his stupid ult, I would be a much happier individual.
The sun is coming.
Oh, it's coming. Oh my gosh.
I live.
Oh, well.
No, the sun.
Not the sun.
I lived.
Oh my god.
I don't know how you did that, but that was sick.
My shield. Oh my god, look how much health I have.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
No, but seriously, Heroes of the Storm definitely has its flaws, and isn't as customizable build-wise as other MOBAs, but for beginners wanting to try out a MOBA for the first time, I think it can be a really great introduction with its fast-paced games and simpler leveling system. Let me know in the comments if you are going to try it out and what character you want to try first. All that to say, Heroes of the Storm is an incredibly flexible and fast-paced MOBA with lots of diversity and different playstyles. It achieves this through its use of multiple battlegrounds, camp systems that send more minions down a lane, and the talent tree that replaces the item system. Not to mention the team composition focus that I find to be very straightforward and decoded for the player in advance. A tank can take a lot of damage, a healer heals that damage, an assassin retaliates with damage, while your specialists are doing whatever the hell that specialist needs to do. For God's sakes, just leave the specialist alone while he's farming us that sweet, sweet XP and doing his frickin' best. It's not a perfect game. Not at all, not in the slightest. But Heroes of the Storm has captured my heart time and time again, to where I can't stop playing. It entices me to jump back in and to keep playing. Not many MOBAs, or really many games, have drawn me in like Heroes of the has. So no, I don't apologize for playing Heroes too much. But now other parts of my life are slowing down. I promise I'll be uploading more. Okay, bye!